Okay, in the previous video we were looking at the pen tool. I've just finished off using the pen tool to give myself a nice little fade in of both video and audio down here. You can see the keyframes giving me a nice gradient which gives this effect. And then our text comes in and fades away. And the next thing I want to do is manipulate this particular shot. I want to add a very slow zoom to the shot to give a sense of dread. Now it's a static shot, so I'm going to have to do this in post-production. So to add any kind of an effect to any clip, we need to make sure that that clip is selected. And when it's selected, we're going to come up here into the source window to the effect controls for that particular clip. If you don't have access to the effect controls tab, just come up to your workspaces and choose effects and it will instate it for you. I do have it, so I'm just going to click into the effect controls. And we've got the clip selected over here, and we've got that particular clip with its own mini timeline over here. We can do a lot just within the motion here. Within motion we can change the position and the scale or the size of the clip relative to the program window. And anything we do that we're not happy with, we can just reset that effect over here. The thing that we want to do is add some keyframes. So I'm just going to get rid of these and I'm going to demo for you how we get some motion. So the clip is going to go from its current position to slightly zoomed in, and Premiere Pro is going to help us make that nice and smooth. So the first thing we need to do is get our playhead where we want the start of this effect to take place, and we want to start it at the very beginning of the clip. So at the beginning of the clip, I'm going to hit this little toggle animation. And by doing that, you can see here, I've got a little keyframe, but it's actually not doing anything yet until we put its counterpart in. And I want its counterpart to be at the end of the clip, which is where I want the animation to end. And how I want the position to be is to be scaled in. So I don't need to put any of the keyframes in, because by manipulating this value, I'm going to slide it ever so slightly. You can see that it's given us a keyframe. So what Premiere Pro is now going to figure out for us is how does it get from here at 100% scale to 106% scale by the time it gets to here. And it will fill the motion in for us. So if I drag it back, we can see, if we have a look in the program window, that clip has got a very, very subtle pushing in on it. Now if that's too subtle for your liking, that's cool. You can click on the keyframe, you can change the value, and it will figure out how to make it work with that in mind. So now if we watch, it's got a slightly more noticeable push in. The last thing to show is if you don't want that animation to run for the whole clip, again you can click on, if you can, the relevant keyframe, and you can move its position within the clip and it will figure the rest out for you.